Is Damian Lillard the most lethal player left in the playoffs?
I can't think of a game-winning shot.
Get
like
overrated,
that.
Stephen A.
I can't
Go ahead, overrate
it.
The Nuggets, now they have to turn around and face Damian Lillard.
I'm going with the Nuggets in 6. Jokic is a joy to watch.
Now that Cantor's hurt, what are you going to bring in, Bill Walton?
Whatever my role is going to be, I'm going to perform and help this team win.
Both these teams haven't been in a Western Conference final in some time.
Whatever happened in the past has no effect on going forward. We feel good about our chances.
It's official. Enes Kanter will play and start.
These two teams here might be the future of the Western Conference. McCollum buries another three. Lillard gives it up. Kanter, a free run to the rim. He's clutching at his left shoulder.
But both teams are getting exactly what they want offensively.
And that takes us to the end of the first. We're all tied at 32. A lot of threes are going up now for Portland. That gives them their first lead. Lillard in transition. The three is up, and it is good. A battle of the benches. Tied at 55, approaching the 1 minute mark. And that will take us to the end of the first half.
Enes Kanter separated his left shoulder in the last game of the last series.
Yeah, I don't started questions because they asked him at the post-game interview, "Are you going to play?" And he said, "Hell yeah, I'm going to play."
You said feet work, but these two big guys, they're like ballerinas with 7 feet.
Harris hits a three. Back and forth we go. Rodney Hood just into the game, and he throws it down. Harris goes to reverse. Oh, come on, Gary Harris! 10-point lead for the Nuggets. And that will take us to the end of the third. Lillard goes for 10 in the quarter. Barton, oh, what a block! Wow. Zach Collins! Lillard goes quick again, aggressive, and scores another one at the rim. Back to single digits now with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Mo Harkless fouls out. Denver trying to secure this Game 1 win of the second round. The Nuggets win Game 1.
Tonight, Denver played very well. This is going to be a good series. They're not going to sweep this Portland team.
It's either win or go home. They got the first one, so we'll have a chance to show that in the next game when we bounce back.
Who will decide this series, Jokic or Lillard?
Damian Lillard. It's entirely possible that Damian Lillard can average 40 in this series. Balls out, and still they don't have enough.
Are you willing to go so far as to say Jokic is the best player in this series?
He's going to be the most dominant player.
To go back home with the series even, I think we should feel good about winning the game too.
It is the Nuggets and the Blazers, two emerging teams in the Western Conference, ready to get it tipped off. First basket of the game from Enes Kanter. Aminu will pull a three, and he hits it. Turning away is Harkless. A two-handed dunk. Will shake and bake and drops the jumper. He is a great rebounder, and he turns it into a bucket. Damian Lillard goes all the way in as we come to the end of this first quarter. Collins throws it down with two hands, and Torrey Craig is down in a heap. Biggest lead here for Portland. The Nuggets are trying to get on a run here. Harkless, a roll of the ankle. Rodney Hood, who buries the three. And the Blazers giving the Nuggets a little bit of their own medicine at the end of the second quarter.
Hey, at halftime, Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum will have a total of 11 points. You might say, how much are the Blazers down? But not the case because of that Portland bench.
Well, I think they have the best bench in the NBA.
Great start for the Nuggets here in this second half. Damian Lillard, he goes right to the basket. Lillard delivers the three ball. Look at that run, 7-0. McCollum trying to quiet it down. Kanter met Plumlee at the rim. Minu's going all the way. He's fouled. Count that! Blazers by 14 as we get set for quarter number 4. Collins on the drive, off the glass.
C.J. McCollum sees another one go in.
Seth Curry's got a three. Jokic right there for a two-handed jam. Another sensational shot. Crowd is up. And a silencer from C.J. McCollum. Blazers are up 7. Finally got the ball back. Here's Rodney Hood. It's good! It has been so physical all game. And the Portland Trailblazers even up this series at 1 apiece.
You just got to stay poised. I had some good looks all night, and some of them went down, some of them didn't. But at the end of the day, I just try to get to my spots and live with the result.
1-1 now, you're going back home. How do you try to still get game 3?
We got to come out with intensity. Home crowd's going to be ready. Rip City, we don't need y'all.
So Tracy, do you think the Blazers have taken control of this series?
Anytime you go on the road for the first 2 games of you split, obviously you take back home court advantage.
The resiliency of this team is really astonishing.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime for us. Get to the second round, we start off on the road, we steal a game, and we're going back home for 2 now where we play really well. So this is where we got to be our sharpest.
Winner takes a 2-1 series lead, getting one step closer to a conference finals appearance. Portland perfect at home in the playoffs, 3-0. Here's McCollum for 3. Jokic lost the ball, taken away by Lillard. Drives on Murray. Reverse layup is good. 3-point Blazer lead. Lillard to Collins for the slam and a foul. Great finish by Aminu. A 7-0 close to the opening quarter by Portland. Such a fun game here in Portland. Murray gets the mid-range jump. McCollum will try to answer and does with a 3. McCollum finds Harkless for the slam. Murray dribbling through traffic and scores. It's a 1-point game at halftime. A very intense, physical opening half here in Game 3 with the series tied at 1.
This is a playoff game. I mean, it's gritty. It's grimy out there. You got some of the top players going to the deck.
Rodney Hood has been quite a surprise in this series. That's going to bode well for the Blazers.
Jokic cans a 3, and Denver has its largest lead of the night. Harkless goes right at Murray and gets the roll. So the Blazers back within 2. Cantor goes to the other side and gets 2. Cantor for 3. It's gone. Picks it up to Collins. Whose 3 is good. Lillard comes back and downs a deep one. Lillard on the attack. A 5-point game as we go to the 4th. McCollum gets past Craig. Soars and stuffs. Murray drains it. The lead is 5 for Denver. Harkless going to try to answer and goes with a 3. Tie game in a tie series here in Rip City. Harkless in the paint, scores and a foul from 3-quarter court. And our first overtime game of the 2019 NBA playoffs. McCollum's 3 hits it. Murray ties it at 107. Here's McCollum driving and he finishes 30 for CJ. Welcome to double OT. Bombs away from deep, hit it! McCollum rattles around, and it drops! Triple overtime! Here's McCollum again, 4 overtimes for the first time in the NBA playoffs since 1953! Hood, he'll try a 3, and got it! Blazers by 2! Picked off by McCollum, and it's finally over! The Blazers win it in 4 overtimes! They take a 2-1 lead!
Rodney's been a great addition for us. He stepped up, seen the work ethic, we've seen the versatility, and I think now he's putting it all on display for you guys.
You know, it's 2 teams fighting for their season. Nobody said it was going to be pretty. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Now we got to go do our jobs away from the floor to make sure that at 4 o'clock Sunday we're ready.
We talked about the effect a 4 overtime game takes on you. How do you adjust in that next game?
Rodney Hood, has he ever had a more important 3-minute stretch than he just had at the end of that game? Particularly if Portland goes on to win this series and get to the conference finals.
They were able to just sort of grind it out.
The intensity of this Western Conference Semifinals series, Nuggets Blazers. And McCollum is on the board. Murray for 3. Now a steal, Damian Lillard. Aminu throws it down. And 1 for Damian Lillard. Aminu in the corner. It's gone. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. It's a 7-0 run for the Nuggets. Oh, is that a hook shot? Curry again. Oh, he's feeling it. Okay, somebody's hot. And they're on their feet here at the Moda Center. Clock coming to an end at 3. Here is Curry. And it's gone. Seth Curry at the buzzer.
And Portland bench is outplayed Denver's bench. That's why they got the lead.
The fact that Portland is not blowing them out means Denver still has a chance.
Seth Curry, who went off, he's got a playoff career-high 16 points.
It's going to be a tight game. These 2 teams are evenly matched.
Here's McCollum from the nail. Knocks it down. A flurry for the Nuggets in the 3rd quarter. Where Jokic takes a dribble. Blocked by Cantor. Whoa! Offensive foul on Cantor. Biggest lead of the game for the Nuggets. Gets a pass to Collins and a 2-handed dunk. The Nuggets, they are up 7. Rodney Hood, acrobatic finish. Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. The Nuggets 6.7 seconds away from squaring this at 2. And that is the ball game, and what a game it was, and a gutsy effort by the Denver Nuggets, evening up this series at 2 apiece.
We know in the playoffs it's going to be competitive. We know we're capable of winning on their floor, and that's what we got to go get done.
Who do you think will win the series?
I'm still taking Portland. It's a gut thing.
How can you tell with these teams? It's tough figuring out which team you're going to get from night to night.
We saw some things that we can change up at both ends of the floor. We'll see how that goes tonight.
We got a treat tonight. It's like Game 7.
These two teams right here we're watching tonight are the up-and-coming teams in the Western Conference.
Inside to Harkless. Damian Lillard. That's a good way to get one on the board right there. Millsap goes to work. Portland can't get it going here in the second quarter. Just
for the biggest Denver lead in this series.
And a sidestep 3 is good. It's a 9-0 Denver run. That will take us to the half. Denver has been the aggressor here tonight. It's a 22-point Denver lead. And they now have a 3-2 lead in this best-of-7 series.
Portland's going to come ready to play. They did not have it tonight. I expect Portland to come out and give them everything they got.
The Nuggets are a win away from a trip to the Western Conference Finals.
Portland's going to come ready to play. They did not have it tonight. I expect Portland to come out and give them everything they got.
Now Denver has a chance to close out Portland on Thursday night in Game 6.
Well, what worked so well for Denver? I mean, just a few days ago, it took 4 overtimes to separate these two teams.
McCollum and Lillard, they have to come out and set the tone for their team.
Critical Game 6, trying to stay alive. Aminu, Harkless, and Portland on the board first. Ball inside, over Jokic, got it to go. 9-point lead for the Nuggets. Colin with a tough shot with the left hand. Rodney Hood has had a breakout series. Rodney Hood rising up. Game Lillard 3.
That's the end of the first quarter. Nuggets 34, Trailblazers 26.
Rodney Hood up to no good for the Blazers. McCollum knocks down the 3. Nice block by Collins. Nice pass inside Collins, and it's a 1-point game. Timeout Denver.
Push the pace. He pushed it up the court.
Blazers on an 11-2 run. Contested lane. Doesn't matter for Dame Dollar. Nice on Jokic. Great move. Got the layup. Collins with the corner 3. And that's the end of the first 24 minutes of play. The Blazers trying to stay alive.
Blazers up 58-54 at the half. We got ourselves a ball game here.
It's going to be a battle of the guards because you know Dame and McCollum are bringing it, and now Rodney Hood is bringing it.
Lillard with the step back mid-range, pure. Harris feeling good, hits the 3 ball. He can make those from the low. Oh yeah, that kind of year. Uncontested from deep. How about that? Yeah, Lillard. Oh, there's one. There's one. Lillard in rhythm. It's Dame time. The block by Collins, great weak side help.
And that's the end of 3.
Cullum on the drive. A scoop shot. Hood with a great Euro step and a soft touch. Andy Hood with confidence drills it. Curry, the bomb, got it. Andy Hood, man, he is a different guy. Will Burton put a finger, is set for his face. Lillard keeps it himself, fires it up. Oh! Collins, strong. Nice. Great play coming out. CJ. It's beautiful basketball. It sure is. But the Portland Trailblazers win it to force a Game 7.
Damian Lillard tonight was just sensational. Bench for the Blazers, 42 points.
I like this team. They're a little bit more gritty than the teams they've had in the past.
They can shoot you out of your house. So Denver's got to be a little nervous about a Game 7 in their building.
I know what this team is capable of. I know who I am as a player, and I'm going to go in there to get the job done.
Portland Trailblazers were on the brink of elimination, and the Mama's boys went off.
Even though I think Damian Lillard is going to have a special performance in the first Game 7 of his career, I got to go with the home team.
There's something about Damian Lillard, you just believe. We know that only one team is going to make it out of there. Just go in there and win a game and keep our season alive.
So here we go. It comes down to one game. C.J. McCollum finding some room. Oh, that's a nice move from McCollum. Larry Harris gets inside, count it, and a foul. Cantor knocks down his first shot.
That's the secret sauce for McCollum. Nice pull-up.
Jokic is going to try another three. Nails it. Oh, Harris down the other end.
McCollum drills that one.
McCollum gets to the basket. Nuggets up a dozen. And that will end a near perfect first quarter for Denver.
Portland trying to scrap their way back in. Lillard is up and good for his first field goal and first points.
C.J. McCollum has come to play here in Game 7. What a soft floater for a big man.
This is a big possession if you're Portland. Close out this half.
Hood drives. Floater's up and good. It's a 9-point lead for the Nuggets.
Denver up by as many as 17, but it's a 48-39 score.
This is a perfect example of role players enjoying playing in front of their home fans.
Yeah, so
thank goodness for CJ. They'll be down 20 right now.
He's keeping them in it.
Denver comes in. They're not showing that they're afraid of the glare. Up for Portland, Damian Lillard has to get it going.
C.J. McCollum throws it down. Cantor gathers and finishes.
And the Blazers back within 7.
McCollum scoop land. Up, shot's good. And the throwdown.
Wood was shaken up on the play.
Harkless on the follow and the foul.
The 5-point Denver lead.
Inside pass. Leonard throws it down. McCollum throws it up off the glass. He's unstoppable right now.
We head to the fourth quarter of Game 7.
Collins tries the three. It's good. Collins from downtown. Turner trying to get it. Lillard three-pointer. Puts it in. McCollum to the basket. Backs it home. He's got 31. Turner gets to the basket. Fakes layup. And the foul.
Fresh out of Leon. This guy's impacting on the biggest stage.
Murray down the court. C.J. McCollum with a spectacular defensive play. Outlet stolen by Lillard. Throws it back out. Corner three. Puts it in. Damian Lillard from downtown. C.J. McCollum does it again. Jamal Murray makes it a 1-point game. 8 to shoot. McCollum a drive. Pushback jumper. It's good. C.J. McCollum with 37. Turner's going to dribble it out. And that'll do. The Portland Trailblazers are going to the conference finals for the first time since 2000.
A terrific second half to get past the Nuggets. It's a huge moment for the franchise moving on now to the Western Conference Finals.
Wherever you look on Portland, not only do you have a guy who can play, but you have a guy who plays with heart. And you just saw the performance CJ put on. Golden State better be prepared.
They're good enough, they're disciplined enough, they got a chance. I believe it's going to be a great series, and it starts with both backcourts.